The defending champions, eager to reassert their title credentials, meet the young squad desperate to get back in the hunt for the playoffs before it's too late. From Werner Park in Papillion, Nebraska, it's Union Omaha and North Carolina FC. It's USL League One soccer here on ESPN+. I'm Donnie Barnes. Here's how these sides are in the standings entering play tonight. Union Omaha unbeaten in 10. 6 of those have been draws. They just came from 1-0 down to beat Charlotte on Wednesday, and that's vaulted them to third in the table. So another win tonight would put them firmly in the mix for one of those top 2 positions. That first round bye and home field in the semifinal that those bring. NCFC, meanwhile, with just 1 win in their last 9. While there's still plenty of growth and promise in this still very young team, time's starting to run short if they're going to push for that top 6 in a postseason berth. They need to start picking up results tonight. Well, Giovanni Willis has launched himself into the spotlight over the past few weeks. This spectacular goal on Wednesday was the winner in that 2-1 victory over Charlotte. That was with his left foot, remember. And a few weeks prior, he salvaged a late point for Omaha with this pile driver from 30 yards out with his right foot. Yep, he can do it with both feet. And teams around League One are now on notice. You cannot leave Giovanni Willis space to shoot from distance. He'll do it. He just might break your net and your heart. We'll see if he has another spectacular moment tonight. For NCFC, they need their main striker, Garrett McLaughlin, to start firing in goals again. He's converted all 3 penalty kicks this year, 9 goals in total this season, tied for second in the league. And he can score in a number of different ways, but he's only scored once since June 26th. And so on the road, in a tough place to get results, with his team searching for points and momentum, can he create some magic moments and help his team jumpstart their season here tonight? Well, NCFC has only failed to score once this season. They've only prevented their opponents from scoring 3 times. There's usually goals when they show up. Omaha with the best defense in the league. They're trying to reestablish Werner Park as a fortress. Will the Owls continue their momentum, or is this the night that North Carolina takes flight again? Starting 11s and your kickoff next.
Yeah, North Carolina is a good opponent. They've been up and down with results this year, but a lot of teams have in the league, and they are I think much improved from last year, and they have some quality players. I think they have a couple of the leading goal scorers in the league that play up top, and their 2 strikers, which I enjoy watching. And we had a great game versus them last time. I think it was a tale of 2 halves. They were pretty good in the first half, and I thought we took over the second half and we're decent. And so we're having it's a 3-game, 8-day stretch for us. So this will be the tail end of it, and those guys will come in fresh and ready. But I think our guys are always excited to be at home and on a Saturday night, and it's the last stretch of our homestand here. So we need to do a good job of closing that out and making sure we're ready for their good strikers, and they have some midfielders as well that can play. And and so our guys will be up for the challenge, and we'll see you guys soon.
Tonight, we would like to welcome our Centris Federal Credit Union ball kids. If you want to be a Centris ball kid at the next Union Omaha match, visit unionomaha.com/community to sign up. Thank you to Nebraska State Soccer for helping us select the Centris ball kids. Here we are at Werner Park, almost set for soccer on a Saturday evening in Papillion, Nebraska, the greater Omaha metro, of course, as these 2 sides take to the pitch in the moments before this one. Let's flash back to about a month and a half ago, the first meeting between these sides in Cary, North Carolina. It ended in a 1-1 draw, as you heard Jay Mims say. NCFC, the better side in the first half, and they would open the scoring late in the first half on this low drive by Jaden Servania that surprised and beat Rashid Nuhu at his near post. That's one of the few goals over the last few years that Rashid Nuhu probably wants back for Omaha, but they would hit back in the second half. Ryan Jiba did a tremendous job of serving this ball back post, and Noe Meza arriving late, as he often does, and bundling it into the back of the net to salvage that point for the Owls. So Union Omaha, one of 10 draws that they've accumulated this season. Here are tonight's starting lineups presented by Rotella's Italian Bakery. And for the home side, who will be in the black kits tonight, they make 6 changes from their lineup on Wednesday night. Most notably, Kevin Piedrahita is in goal, spelling Rashid Nuhu. So he gets the chance to start tonight. Corey Herzog and Noe Meza pairing together up top. They combined on a great goal a week ago. As you see, Corey Herzog just joined the team a week and a half ago. He's made 2 appearances, had that gorgeous assist for Noe Meza last Saturday. For NCFC, they make 3 changes to their starting lineup from last Saturday when they were defeated 1-0 by Fuego FC, and their head coach was not terribly pleased with their first half performance, so he makes a few changes with Nelson Martinez, Nicolas Molina, and Max Flick both dropping to the bench, all 3 of them dropping to the bench. You see Jaden Servania with his 3 goals on the season. Gustavo Fernandez, Servania, and Shaq Adams enter the starting 11 here today for the visitors as they try to spark that team again. So there are the Owls in their black kits, and they're wearing the black socks tonight as well. They haven't actually gone with the all-black ensemble very often this year. Of course, on Wednesday in that 2-1 win, they went with the black shirts and shorts and the Volt yellow socks, which was a new combo that they've never worn before. And I'm a little surprised they haven't gone back to it since they won on Wednesday. Athletes being superstitious, they'll usually stick with something if it worked once. But they've gone all black tonight. There is Corey Herzog, working himself into full match fitness, of course. Barely played in the first half of the season with Hartford. Looking better and better each time he steps on the pitch for Omaha since joining them. NCFC in the white. And here we go on this Saturday evening. Omaha looking to cement their place in the upper third of the standings. North Carolina seeking to re-enter the playoff conversation as a first and early touch for Kevin Piedrahita. Good opportunity for him tonight. There you see the records and the point totals. Omaha with just the 2 defeats all year long as that long ball bounces over Holiday's head and bounces into the back of the net. What a start for Union Omaha. 30 seconds in. Who got the final touch? Who cares? Is that Kevin Piedrahita's goal? Is that a goalie goal? I think it is. Oh my. You talk about a short pitch, weird dimensions at Werner Park, and 16-year-old Nicholas Holiday experiencing it for the first time and just got burned by it immediately. Kevin Piedrahita, talk about an opportunity. Nobody expected this. All the way through, big bounce, Holiday caught out, 1-0. Again, it's a strange pitch, strange dimensions. It plays tricks on people's depth perception, their angles, their recognition. Kevin Piedrahita with the moment of his career. And unlike in hockey, it's not an empty net goal. Everybody was on the surface for that one. Kevin Piedrahita, excited to start. He couldn't have dreamed of doing that. Well, maybe he could have. Nobody thought it would actually happen, though. Well, that's something. How about that for a start for Union Omaha on a night of great opportunity for them to really seize momentum, have themselves a 7-point week. As we said, cement themselves as at least a top 3 team in the league here this season, with potential for a lot more since they still have a couple games in hand on those top 2 teams. And they couldn't have dreamed of a better start. I believe it took 28 seconds for Kevin Piedrahita to somehow put his name on the score sheet. Well, North Carolina FC, such a young team, of course, they have been punched right in the mouth right from the start tonight. And an interesting test of their character. What do they have in terms of a response here tonight? That's over the top for Noe Meza, who is onside, says the linesman. And then Meza's touch lets him down. Ran away from him, and the chance is gone. See that ball taking some crazy hops off this surface, and then it was misplayed by Dalton Knutson. This is normally a very good surface at Werner Park, even though it is a baseball park that constantly has to be converted back and forth. Grounds crew does a tremendous job. And although visiting teams will often remark on what a short surface, what a narrow surface it is, and how that creates difficulties, they usually are very complimentary of the surface itself. We are seeing some big bounces tonight, and Nicholas Holiday certainly found that out the hard way right away. But it is definitely looking like the kind of night where you can't give up on any ball as an attacker. Ryan Jiba had that roll past him. He has to recover now and does well. Did really well. Very frantic opening stages. Christian Liu Young trying to calm things down for NCFC. He scored that very dramatic 97th minute winner, of course, against Madison a couple weeks ago. Good body work by Giovanni Willis to shield that out of play. He thought he was ushering out a throw for his side. The referee saw differently. There's Jay Mims. Always very vocal on that Omaha bench. Head coach, technical director in his third season, of course. In the Owls, champions last year. He said he loved the way they came from behind to win that game on Wednesday. He said it was the first time that it felt like last year in terms of the mentality and the intensity on the pitch. He said he and the coaching staff have challenged his team over the last couple weeks. Guys, no more ties. We're better than getting ties, especially at home. He said, we're not accepting ties anymore. So far, so good from their standpoint, but it's very early tonight. Now down this right side, this is onside. Jaden Servania down by that corner. Stays in play for Christian Liu Young. Will out-jump his opponent, might fall in the box. It's touched away in the end before it could reach Raheem Summersall. Now straight down the middle, out comes Holiday. And credit Nicholas Holiday, unafraid to come far out of his area to intercept that ball after giving up that strange goal in the opening 30 seconds. Again, Nicholas Holiday, one of the brightest goalkeeping talents in the country. As you see, John Bradford in his first season as NCFC's head coach, but he's been with the organization for a long time. Now, opportunity, Corey Herzog! It's 2! Corey Herzog, playing for his old college coach, scores for his new club. The second all-time leading scorer in USL Championship history, as his first in League One. Well, he said he's been looking better and better each of the first few times he'd stepped on the pitch for Omaha this year. It came from another long ball and just not dealt with, handed right to Herzog. That is calamitous defending. Of all the people to hand it directly to, that's the last person you'd want if you're NCFC. And Corey Herzog puts his name on the Omaha score sheet for the first time. 80 goals at the USL Championship level over many years. Of course, he has experience in MLS as well. And Omaha looking to pour it on early. Herzog again, looking for the overlap from Giovanni Willis. A little bit over-ambitious that time, but you see Omaha causing all kinds of problems with that press. NCFC on the ropes here. Omaha seeking the knockout punch. Brito, a through ball for Meza. Noe Meza stays onside and hits the post. Noe Meza inches away from making it 3. Brito tracks it down by the corner flag. Brito serves it in, just over Meza's head. Runs through for Herzog. Corey Herzog curling it back for Meza and just missed his head. Right-footed strike, then flies over the bar. And it is all Omaha in these early stages. Well, Meza beating the keeper, just had a little bit too much outward curve on that rolling left-footed effort. But all kinds of alarm bells ringing for NCFC early on. That's another sloppy ball by them. Here come the Owls once more. Here's Corey Herzog. And now Ryan Jiba. Jiba's hit is just a little bit strong and into Parliament there behind the goal. Ryan Jiba's not scored yet this season, this being his first pro year, looking for his first pro goal. Not yet. It's great work by Herzog to find him, though. Jiba, who's been a little reluctant to shoot this season when he's found himself in positions like that. Unable to keep that one down. But goals from Piedrahita in the first and Herzog in the 6th. Omaha in total command early on. Well, celebrating its 75th anniversary, Select is proud to be the official match ball supplier of USL League One. Choose what you play with at selectsportamerica.com. Select, League's choice, player's choice. They might be in again. Union Omaha, that was a sneaky back heel pass by Luis Heel. North Carolina just doing enough that time. Falls for Willis. Jiba turns it over. That was a needless turnover. And now, here comes NCFC looking for something back. Shaq Adams on loan from Charleston. Now a left-footed effort way over from Nelson Flores Blanco. Better from North Carolina. It all came from the turnover by Jiba. That's the thing that Omaha have to avoid, giving the visitors an easy route back into the match. Well, John Bradford said it this week. They have plenty of players who can score goals. He said it's a matter of them being excited about defending from the front and not conceding. And everybody on the team feeling the same pride about not conceding goals. Well, the first was a little freakish. Can't blame them too much for that. The second, very poor. Herzog trying to lift it back into Mays' path. It somehow reached him. No real way out for NCFC besides punting it up the pitch at the moment. Still lots of time left, of course. If North Carolina could steady themselves and find a way to score that next goal, this could turn into a much more even contest. As things stand, though, Omaha smelling blood. A team that has struggled to score goals this year, Omaha, already with 2 tonight. We talked a lot on Wednesday about the importance of the second goal for Omaha. When they score twice in a match this year, 5 wins and a draw, they're going to have a free kick here. And the problem for Omaha has been they've only scored 2 goals or more 6 times out of their first 19. That's why they've had so many draws instead of wins. 2 already tonight, and that's a great overlap for Jiba. Ryan Jiba by the end line. His cross, great sliding block. Jordan Skelton, the captain, trying to rally his side with a great defensive effort, but it's coming back at them again. Brito pulling it back. Dalton Knutson switching play nicely out to Luis Heel. Good takedown with the chest. Heel motoring forward. Beats one man, Luis Heel. And then the chip forward. Cut out by the defense. Taken down well by Brito. He's bundled over. Another free kick for the Owls. Frustration for NCFC. And for Garrett McLaughlin, who wants to be scoring goals at the other end. He's having to spend all his time defending in his own third. A set piece opportunity coming after this foul. It's a great takedown by Brito. And then had his body between himself and the ball. And Garrett McLaughlin with that little shove. I think he felt Brito went over too easily, but Brito had the position and the possession. Now, Noe Meza has scored from about this range before this year. Giovanni Willis certainly has, although not from a dead ball situation. Who will take this? It is Giovanni Willis, and it's over. He can strike a clean ball, Jay Mims said, in something of an understatement this week. But he also said it's all about him getting his technique right, and sometimes he does, sometimes he doesn't. That time, not quite on target. Again, both of his goals over the past few weeks from those spectacular distances have been from open play, where he was teed up by a teammate. He could start scoring free kick goals as well. He would seem unstoppable. Connor Doyle. Somehow that stayed with Omaha. They're given back to them by Jaden Servania. Everything going astray for NCFC early on tonight. Herzog was lurking for that ball as it came down, but it didn't fall to him. That's great tracking back initially by Eddie Gordon, and he was fouled as well. Eddie Gordon had a terrific match on Wednesday. Jay Mims was very complimentary of his play. Shaq Adams, the one who was guilty of the foul, and it's Adams who stayed down afterward. Let's see it again. See Gordon, yeah, gets to the ball first. And Adams on loan from Charleston Battery, where he'd made a handful of appearances this year. Spent a couple years with FC Tucson in this league previously. Shouts from the Parliament group there behind the goals. Nicholas Holliday picked up that bouncing ball. There they are. Well, Nicholas Holliday has been playing in goal for NCFC every match lately. Christian Pulisic battling illness. So Holliday, who was expected to get some occasional starts this year, has been the everyday keeper lately. And generally has done very well. Again, massively talented. But still just 16, prone to mistakes. But always fearless. We've seen that when we've seen him previously this year. So a quarter of an hour gone. Union Omaha well in front so far. That's another nice ball out to the right. Meza sliding and somehow making contact with that ball, but it's a throw for NCFC. There's Noe Meza, goals in his last 2 games. 6 in the league, plus 2 in the cup this year, so 8 in total to lead the Owls. That stay in play? Yes, it did. Christian Liu Young just keeping it in. NCFC need a little spell of possession. Have some touches, have some attacking time, work themselves into this match. Now over the top, another bouncing ball. Noe Meza's onto it. Noe Meza trying to lob the keeper. Noe Meza does exactly that. And it's all Owls in the first 16 minutes tonight. It's 3 straight games with a goal for Noe Meza. It's 3 goals for Omaha. Are they already headed for 3 points tonight? Again, it's a simple long ball. Again, it's the bounce that fools the defenders. This time, Jordan Skelton was stranded, and boy, that is still a classy finish from Noe Meza. He had a lot to do, and he did it flawlessly. Look at that. How about some dip with that chip? Noe Meza, classy as usual. He can score in so many different ways. If you were with us at the start of this match, we showed you the flashback of the first time these teams met when he scored with, frankly, a pretty ugly header that I think hit his neck and his shoulder just as much as it hit his head, but it bobbled into the net, and that's all that counts. Free kick here for North Carolina as Herzog has some words with Jaden Servania. Then his goal on Wednesday, Noe Meza. A deflected ball in the box that he was in the right place at the right time for, to pounce on from just a few yards out. And it's a skill to be in the right place at the right time, especially as a striker. And that time, sensing that a mistake might be coming, sensing that an opportunity might be there, as this is going to be a corner for NCFC. That was last off Giovanni Willis. But Meza, again, put himself in a good spot. When the ball fell to him, he took full advantage. So the first corner of the evening for the visitors. They desperately need something back soon if they're going to have any chance of pulling themselves into this game. Good delivery just over McLaughlin's head and thumped away. Well, we've spoken about it before this year. It's not just the goalkeeper, Nicholas Holliday, who's really young for NCFC. This is one of the youngest squads in the league. Although they're less young than they were last year, they have added some experience and depth to their squad. A team that finished bottom of the table in the league last season. So they are improved this year, as Jay Mims said this week. But still a lot of youth. Still some relative inexperience. First visit to this venue this season, they have really been exposed. Struggling to deal with the pitch, the dimensions, the bounce, and struggling in the scoreline as well. That's a good ball forward, though. Servania looking to turn Dalton Knutson. Doing well, Jaden Servania. Omaha hustling back into shape, though. Now Christian Liu Young. Great sliding challenge by Ryan Jiba to end that attack. And then tracking back, there's your veteran striker, Corey Herzog. See, those are the little things. It's not just the goal he scored earlier, not just the assist he had last weekend. Tracking all the way back to blindside an attacker and break up a play like that. The things that will endear yourself to your coaching staff and your teammates. Now, of course, with this healthy early edge, Union Omaha can sit back and defend and force NCFC to try to break them down and then try to pick them off on the counterattack. It's exactly the kind of game they want to be playing. Piedrahita, incredibly, in the first. Herzog in the 6th. Meza in the 17th. The Owls with a flying start tonight. Kevin Piedrahita with a clever and calm effort there. Had a poor first touch in his own box and then just chipped the onrushing attacker to a teammate. And that's just hurriedly booted out into touch by Britton Fisher. Which may not be ideal, but with the way things have gone defensively for North Carolina in this early going, not the best move, or not the worst move. Better than giving it straight to an attacker. When in doubt, boot it out. That's what he did there. Luis Heel having to track down that ball on the touchline. Don't mind some miscommunication with the ball boys when you're already up 3-0. It's different if you're down a goal late and you're trying to chase the game. So here's the first Modelo corner kick of the night for Omaha, delivered by Brito. Headed away from the center of that 6-yard box. Willis wanted to volley at first time. The bounce wasn't kind. Willis has it back at his feet now. Meza. Doing so well to keep possession there. He had McLaughlin all over him. Jay Mims was talking this week about how Noe Meza can just contort his body in unexpected ways to keep hold of the ball or find space for himself off the ball. Out wide for Omaha this time. But Jay Mims was speaking about how, especially as a striker, there has to be something unique about you. You have to find what that is and then develop it. And he said for Noe, that's what his special talent is, his ability to find space where it doesn't look like there is any. Midway through the first half, Omaha couldn't have scripted it any better. North Carolina couldn't have nightmared it any worse. Heel unable to keep that in play. Elsewhere around the league, Chattanooga and Tormenta are 1-1 at halftime. Game in Tennessee. Later this evening, Northern Colorado at home to Madison. That's an interesting matchup. Northern Colorado really needing a win now after a disappointing home defeat to Tucson on Wednesday. You'll see the highlights from that match during our Courtyard by Marriott halftime show tonight. Here's a run forward for North Carolina and Christian Liu Young. facing up with Ryan Jiba, trying to slip through Raheem Summersall, who keeps it in play. It was juggled by Piedrahita, but nobody in white able to pick up that loose ball. Garrett McLaughlin was making the run across the front post, trying to get on the end of that cross. Nobody else was there to take advantage of the spill. It's really good work by Christian Liu Young and Raheem Summersall to create something down that right side. First time that NCFC have really gotten in tonight. If they're going to mount what would feel like a miraculous comeback right now, even though there is a lot of time left, they're going to need moments like that to go their way. They'll need bounces like that to find their feet instead of Omaha's. Didn't happen that time. Perhaps a hint of promise that maybe they might get themselves back in it. And they do have the attacking talent to score goals. They have scored goals in almost every match this year. In fact, until last weekend, they'd scored in every match. Central Valley Fuego, the first side to shut them out this season in that 1-0 win for Fuego. Looking for Jiba there, a little bit too much on at that time, and Holiday gathers. NCFC currently in their longest goal-scoring drought of the season. A game and a quarter. But it has been at the defensive end where they have had a tendency to have issues this season. It has really been the case tonight. Nice work to find a pocket of space there. Luis Arriaga working it down the left now. Jack Adams looking to jink his way in. Nearly did. Beat one man, but not a second. It was pounded away by Alex Touche. Just some hints. Some little moments for NCFC in these last couple minutes. Liu Young. It was almost a slack ball by Jordan Skelton, cleaned up by Summersall. Skelton was expecting Summersall to come shorter forward initially. Britton Fisher. See Omaha sitting back in those banks of black shirts. NCFC to try to unlock them. Good takedown on the left. Nelson Flores Blanco out there. And in the pocket for Britton Fisher, who's ranged all the way forward. Christian Liu Young. Fisher, Summersall, trying to thread Liu Young in. Omaha clear their line. Here, John Bradford and his coaching staff saying, much better. Joe Brito back in the starting lineup for Omaha tonight. He was rested entirely on Wednesday, wasn't even among the 18. Perhaps some Omaha fans concerned that maybe something was wrong with him. Not the case, said Jay Mims. Just wanted to rest him. Omaha with lots of players in their first pro season. Pro season so much longer, so many more games than the college season. Want to make sure players don't hit a wall in this final third. On the left side, that's a little shove on McLaughlin and a free kick. Alex Touche guilty of the two hands on the back there. He doesn't think so. The first yellow card of the night shown. Chris Ruska, our center referee tonight, puts Alex Touche into the book in the 28th minute. Just a hopeful ball down that left side. McLaughlin got himself in a good position, felt the contact. So decent spot for a free kick for NCFC, just outside the box. Interesting angle. See Cervania standing over it, possibly to hit it with his left. Luis Arriaga also there. It is Arriaga to deliver. It's a good delivery. And that might have hit Britton Fisher, and he just wasn't prepared for it to come all the way through to him. Britton Fisher, a central defender, and doesn't find himself in that area very much. Really good service from Luis Arriaga. NCFC hoping they could have done better from that. Meza intercepting that ball. And then Christian Liu Young, who had given it to him a moment ago, took it back. Arriaga, that's a nice ball. Shaq Adams. And then he gives it away. Heel to Willis. Omaha look to reestablish possession. Knudsen does well. Herzog. His body positioning is always immaculate. Half an hour gone. Union Omaha with those goals by Piedrahita, Herzog, and Meza inside the first 17 minutes. Touche did well. And then straight down the middle, looking for the run of heel. Not quite. Well, don't miss a minute of the action in 2022, whether your club's on the road or at home. Catch nearly every second of USL League One action on ESPN+, home to the USL, MLS, La Liga, the Bundesliga, UFC, and more. Sign up today at plus.espn.com. This game settling into a pattern now. NCFC with most of the possession. Omaha content to sit back and defend. Try to pounce on any mistakes North Carolina make. McLaughlin has drifted out wide right. Trying to work himself into the match. And he does earn a throw there as Dalton Knudsen stuck right to him.
Hey, when the 20 comes off the line and goes to the midfield, you guys have to go. The other two slide.
Christian Liu Young, can he deliver a telling cross here? Scoop toward the top of the 6-yard box, and Shaq Adams got up for it. Wasn't able to direct it goalwards. Did that stay in play? Apparently so. Omaha claiming it went out. Linesman said no. We play on. Raheem Summersall. That's a good ball into the box. Trying to maneuver for a right-footed effort that deflected wide. Luis Arriaga maneuvered himself into a good spot, just above that penalty spot. Wasn't able to guide his shot through traffic, though. It will be a corner for NCFC. Let's see this again. Good feet from Arriaga. I think that was Jiba who blocked it out. Arriaga takes the corner. High looping cross. Good leap by Willis to partially clear. Cervania after it. Who did that touch last? It will be a corner. So another corner for the visitors.
Good, White, good.
Probably need to find a goal before halftime, you feel, if we're going to make this a contest. All kinds of crazy things happen in this sport, so never impossible to score 3 or 4 in the second half, but with Omaha's defensive prowess, it'd be very tough. This left-footed in-swinger thumped away by Meza. NCFC trying 2 very different corner kicks there back-to-back. Omaha doing enough to defend both. Now they might have something on the counterattack. Outright, just too far for Meza this time.
Keep going, keep going. Quickly!
Bizarre stat sheet for Omaha at the moment. They have 3 goals, of course. from 3 shots on target, 7 shots in total.
Higher goose.
The Owls, at their best, are very efficient with their shots. They certainly have been tonight. Great leap by Eddie Gordon, and
Come on, go again. Come on.
the offside flag is raised. I thought for a moment they were calling a foul on Gordon there on that leaping header. Thought that would have been harsh.
Keep going, Shaq, slide.
That was not what it was called, though. Herzog combining with Willis
Keep going, Garrett.
and Jiba, who hasn't gotten forward down that left all that much since the opening minutes, but hasn't really needed to. There you see the shot, 7-1 in favor of Omaha. Great control by Noe Meza again, and there you see him use his body and that low center of gravity of his to hold on to that ball. Leads to this Omaha attack down the left. Herzog has drifted out there. Herzog low into the box. Heel couldn't take it in as it was just taken away from him before he could maneuver space for a shot.
Keep coming, front.
Connor Doyle, the captain, getting instructions from Jay Mims before this throw-in. There is a player down, apparently. We have 10 minutes plus stoppage time to go until half.
Referee, they're fine. They're fine.
Hey, we just waste time with this.
Play
Come on.
soccer. They're fine. Come on.
Not sure if Corey Herzog was down for a moment. He's back up now.
Get in, lift.
There's that strength from Herzog, but eventually dispossessed.
That's a great ball right here. Great ball.
Decent ball to the edge of the box. Piedrahita able to fall on it. McLaughlin and Shaq Adams both in the vicinity for NCFC. Piedrahita read it well. Kevin Piedrahita could start for most other teams in League One. Jay Mims said a couple times. They're very fortunate to have him as a backup here. Luis Heel, a little cuter than he needed to be that time. Back toward Corey Herzog.
Option run.
There's that press from Omaha, winning the ball back, and now a free kick. Frustrating first half for Shaq Adams along with his teammates.
Garrett, come help us. Garrett. Garrett.
And the NCFC coaching staff wanting Garrett McLaughlin to come back and help build and maintain possession out of their own third. That's the difficulty when Omaha's pressing and squeezing you at the top of the pitch like that. Forces your strikers to come all the way back to help maintain possession. And then, of course, they're far away from the goal they're trying to attack. Connor Doyle with the delivery here, skidding it into the box. Summersall able to help it away. No real way out for NCFC, though. Omaha wanting a foul. Nothing given. Throw in for the visitors. And the two clubs at the top of the table, Greenville and Richmond. Greenville scheduled to play Tucson later tonight. There is word of rain and possible monsoons out there, so we'll see if they get to play or not. There was some doubt as to whether they would. Richmond home to, or I should say Richmond away. They're out west late tonight, Eastern time, at Central Valley Fuego out in Fresno, California. That's a place where they just lost 3-1 a month ago. So if either of them fail to get a result tonight, and if Omaha hold on and win this match, the Owls would suddenly be knocking on the door of that top two. Union Omaha still with 2 games in hand on both those two clubs. Far from over yet tonight. Christian Liu Young, Raheem Summersall, Jordan Skelton. And to switch it long down the left. Great ball. And it does fall to NCFC. And the centering attempt off the underside of the bar from Garrett McLaughlin. Christian Liu Young swings and slices it wildly wide. Well, that was the opportunity for NCFC to get back into it. A stroke of luck there along the end line as it fell somehow to Nelson Flores Blanco. His subsequent run and square ball across the face was excellent for Garrett McLaughlin. And McLaughlin, again, just one goal over the last month and a half. These are chances he normally finishes. Point-blank range. Just lifted it a bit too much to get it over Piedrahita. Crashed it off the underside of the bar and it stayed out. And again, those are the moments that North Carolina desperately need to go their way. They're going to mount a miraculous comeback tonight. And it just is not happening at the moment. So some warning signs for Union Omaha. That's good work from Shaq Adams. Adams wanted to shoot. The defense closed in on him before he could. Attack still alive though. Swung in by Flores Blanco. Headed away easily by Doyle. Now Omaha with a chance to counter. Giovanni Willis. Here's the overlap from Jiba and uses him. Ryan Jiba looking for help in the box. Jiba, left-footed strike cannoning off a body. It will be a corner for Omaha. There's their ability to counter from back to front quickly. Ryan Jiba, who was never a defender until this season, has learned that role so well. Able to use his speed and attacking prowess really effectively for Omaha this year. Second Modelo corner kick of the night for Union Omaha. They've had 3 Nebraska lottery goals tonight. They hunt for a fourth as Heel takes it short. Return to him. Heel's cross. Cleared partially away. Lined up by Willis. We've seen him score from there before, but so had Britton Fisher in their scouting video sessions this week, no doubt, and he came down and closed down the space that time. Set it in our open. The rest of the league is on notice now. If you leave Giovanni Willis with room to shoot, he will, and he can very well score. And I think you'll see more and more teams try to limit that space for Willis. But even in that, it opens up other opportunities for Omaha, and it forces teams to deal with something that they haven't had to deal with from the Owls for most of this season. That's a poor ball out of the back. Willis intercepts, looking for options, didn't pick the right one. Shaq Adams the other way, trying to utilize his speed to motor away from Knutson. Adams trying to tuck inside Knutson, and it is a corner. Knutson thought it came off Adams last. A set-piece opportunity for the visitors, still with time to grab something back before half. Arriaga over to take. Good delivery needed. Good delivery it is, and there's Piedrahita with a save. Still loose. Piedrahita, another touch. Didn't get all of it. Left-footed effort. There's Piedrahita again. Tipping it over the bar. Getting the deserved ovation from this crowd. He scored a goal, and now he makes back-to-back key saves to keep it 3-0. That right hand perhaps a little stung. Another corner, of course, for NCFC. Initial header, I think from Skelton, as the subsequent corner sent in. Danger still not cleared for Omaha. Christian Liu Young lifting it back into the mix, but over everyone and much easier for Piedrahita this time. So now let's see that double save in full. See the initial delivery. Subsequent corner, of course. Kevin Piedrahita, again, keeping his team up 3. And again, just not happening for North Carolina so far tonight. Immensely frustrating for them. That's handball and a free kick for Omaha.
Most likely one. Most likely. Give me 30 seconds, okay?
Everyone looking into that setting sun. This free kick. It's been a gorgeous sunset as far as Omaha are concerned. Doyle scooping it into the box and headed on by Jiba. Did well to get contact on it. Simple for Nicholas Holliday in the end. Man stays down for NCFC. That is Jaden Servania, who has stayed down. Servania having a good season for NCFC. We talked about him. We showed you lineups tonight. 3 goals on the year. Good to see him back up. Glad that's nothing too serious from his standpoint. Here's that double save from just a couple minutes prior. See that initial header on from Skelton. That's a great first stop. Piedrojita trying to fight through the maze of bodies. Watch him get up so quickly. That's really well done. North Carolina just can't get anything to quite go their way in these opening 45 minutes. Just 1 minute has been added on, so 60 seconds remain in this first half. Free kick taken quickly, and too quickly for the referee's liking. Worst idea, North Carolina's standpoint, but Chris Ruska saying, nope, let's try that again after everybody's set. Could be the last meaningful action of this first half. Arriaga clips it in. It's another good delivery. Taken down by Britton Fisher. Shield that ball on the edge of the box. Might fall to Skelton, does fall to McLaughlin. And whistle blows, free kick for Omaha. They've already booted it way up the pitch. It needs to be pulled back into the penalty box where that foul occurred as Jiba was bundled over. Savvy from Omaha, really. They're trying to nurse out the rest of this first half and get to the locker room with this 3-goal advantage. And I think they were able to just sneakily kick the ball away there with enough plausible deniability to avoid taking a yellow for time wasting. And Kevin Piedrojita just stole all those yards back with that little rollout of the ball. And there you see the referee saying, no, move it back. It's not where the foul occurred. You know this. We see Rashid Nuhu do that a lot, and Piedrojita, also a KG veteran in his own right. Could be the final kick of the half, and it is. Union Omaha with a dream start. 3 goals in the first 17 minutes. They scored in 28 seconds. And Kevin Piedrojita incredibly did so. He takes plaudits from this crowd. A couple of key stops later in the half as well. Herzog in the 6th, Meza in the 17th. Omaha doing enough to see out the rest of the half and maintain this great lead into the break. Lots to ponder for NCFC as they'll try to get back into this in half number 2. Our Courtyard by Marriott halftime show comes your way next from Werner Park.
I'm actually the first person in my whole entire family, teenagers, adults, kids, grandparents, that's gotten my bachelor's degree. It was 16 hours to Missouri, and then we picked up my dad and my brother, and then it was another 5 hours here. I didn't get a walk for high school. Everyone else gets that opportunity, so when it came to this, I was like, I don't care how far it is away.
Owls fans, do you want to fly like an owner? Thanks to JetLinks, you can. Every time you scan your ticket at the gates this season, you'll be automatically entered into the JetLinks Fly Like an Owner sweepstakes. JetLinks will fly a fan and guest via private jet with Union Omaha owner Gary Green to a road match at the end of the season. You and your guest will receive the full VIP owner experience for the duration of the trip. To learn more about your personal jet company, or if you're interested in a career in aviation with JetLinks, please visit jetlinks.com. It is the Courtyard by Marriott halftime show here at Werner Park. Well, midweek we had 2 matches this previous Wednesday in League One. Both of them were entertaining. Ryan Rose has a recap of those.
Pair of Wednesday matchups. First one in Omaha, between Omaha and Charlotte. Both teams coming in hot like a full coat of fur. It was pups at the pitch night. Charlotte, one of Omaha's 2 losses this season. It was going early. Charlotte, 6th minute. Gabriel Oberton saved by Nuhu. He'll cross it to Miguel Ibarra. Emphasis on bar. That was the 6th minute. A minute later, this header was saved off the line by Eddie Gordon. Charlotte, a lot of the action early. 0-0 at the half. We go to the second half early portion. Here's Mbuyu trying to track down a back pass. He's knocked into by Claudio into Nuhu. That's a penalty. So in the 51st minute, that'll put Corey Bennett to the spot, and he knows what to do with that. That is his 8th goal of the season. He's got 5 goals in the last 4 matches for Charlotte. 1-0, but a quick response from Omaha. Ali Hajic in the box to Bruce. His shot blocked. There's Noe Meza. Noe on the spot. Puts it home, levels the match at 1. Meza's 6th goal of the season. That leads Omaha. And Jay Mims told us we're looking for that 2nd goal. Well, 10 minutes later, here it comes. You cannot leave Giovanni Willis open at the top of the box, even just a little bit open. You give him some space, he'll do that, just like the July goal of the month. His 2nd, this time with the left foot, and that matches Omaha's club record, 10 in a row, unbeaten from last season. They finished the night in 3rd place. We go to the Mountain Time Zone, Northern Colorado hosting FC Tucson, and Tucson got going early. 14th minute, Gio Calixto blocked. Finds Luis Perez, that's saved. But the highlight's not over. It gets recycled, cleared, recycled, and it gets all the way back around eventually to Luis Perez here, right there, who crosses it, toe pokes it ahead for Franco Perez, and there's the goal. 1-0, his first of the season. And now 6 assists for Luis Perez, 1 off the league lead. It's 1-0 to the half. Tucson 2-2-1 when scoring the first goal. Norte to Lachlan McLean, that's over the bar, into the goalpost. Prentice to Trevor Amon, that header is saved. 3 saves for Carlos Marancio. Then the 70th minute, a pass ahead from Burke Failing to Luis Perez. Already has the assist, the juke move, back to the top of the box and curls it in. What a beautiful goal. A lot of touch there. That is a gorgeous goal. 3rd of the season for Luis Perez. 4th multi-goal game for Tucson this season. 80th minute. They're not going to be denied here in Severance. This one gets the par up. He'll send it wide to Prentice, and that will eventually find the head of Lachlan McLean. His 3rd of the season, but that's the final goal. 2-1 Tucson. 7 more shots for Northern Colorado. They were all blocked or wide, and that is the first Tucson win since June 25th. More halftime coming up.
We all have goals. But let's be honest, most of us aren't going to be professional athletes. But if your goal is to finish your degree, we can help. Come to a university that puts your goals first. Bellevue University, your partner in finishing goals. I'm on that routine.
So where did you even start?
Nebraska Medicine.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
He's home now.
They implanted this tiny device where they can monitor his heart from anywhere.
I have some good news. Cancer's in remission. CAR T cells work.
Oh my God, amazing. They actually removed the clot that was causing Marie's stroke. She's doing great.
No matter what it is, without question, they are our go-to.
Your connection to the state's most comprehensive care. Nebraska Medicine.
It's Kecko. It's a great chance and parried away by Poolskamp. Weaving his way through, putting it on frame, and Villieto had to parry it over the bar. The Jamaican Malik Foster. The Panenka, absolutely disgusting. Hoisted this trophy plenty of times. Saved by Villieto. Rodrigo Lopez. It's improbable. It's indomitable. It's another cup set.
Yep, Sacramento Republic winning that epic penalty kick battle with Sporting KC last month. They advanced to the Open Cup final on September 7th in Orlando. Can't wait for that one, and all the best to Sacramento as they continue to fly the flag for USL. Tresor Mbuyu, the player of the week last week, had a goal and an assist in that 3-0 road win at Tormenta last Saturday. How about Rhode Island? Scheduled to join USL Championship in 2024. They broke ground on a stadium site. Here's the rendering. What a gorgeous looking facility that will be, right on the river. A beautiful bridge going across, taking people into and out of the stadium. Wait to see that in a couple of years. Back to League One, the team of the week for week 20. You see Tresor Mbuyu, the player of the week, as mentioned. Noe Meza was also amongst the 11 and probably will be again after his goal tonight. There's lots of other good representatives up and down that 11. Elsewhere tonight, Chattanooga 1-1 game with Tormenta. They're in the 67th minute currently. FC Tucson in midweek with a big win over over Northern Colorado. It is not NCFC who are playing tonight. Union Omaha, we told you about their 2-1 win over Charlotte Independence after they'd drawn with Northern Colorado last weekend. We told you about NCFC's defeat at home to Fuego FC. Forward Madison scored in the 95th minute to salvage a draw against Chattanooga. Later tonight, Northern Colorado taking on Forward Madison in a really important match for both those clubs. FC Tucson, weather permitting, will take on Greenville Triumph at 9 p.m. Central Valley Fuego and Richmond Kickers at 9:30 Central. And Forward Madison on Wednesday will host NCFC. NCFC will be headed straight to Madison from Omaha in a couple days as they continue this road swing. More from our Courtyard by Marriott halftime show coming up in just a moment.
If you had a walk-up song, what it would be? I don't know. Peace.
I walked up. I don't know. I don't know what I would do. The Coco Melon anthem. My nephew would go crazy for that thing. My nephew would go crazy for the Coco Melon thing. Put that on. It's over for anyone that's playing it.
My walkout song is called It's Plenty by Burna Boy. Check that out. It's plenty.
Heard it, but
my walk-up song will be Freestyle by Lil Baby.
I like it. Last. Now everybody go draw very fast. Shy-o. That's my walk-up song. Last. Walk-up song. Man, feel like a champ right now. Smiling to the bank right now. Governor, champ.
You say Ed Sheeran?
Is this live?
Yeah. Yeah, Chris,
you have to answer it?
Yeah. If you had a walk-up song, what would it be?
Like baseball, like when you come up?
Yeah.
What'd you pick?
I don't know.
There's so many. I went to Pepe, Papas? How do you say it?
Oh, Pepas?
Pepas? Yeah.
Like Papas?
Yeah. Or Eminem. Or Eminem.
Which one?
Lose Yourself.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. That's decent. Huh? Yeah. Yeah, like a little. It's on Netflix. I would walk out to the Office theme song. How's it going?
Flow violento.
Ando caminando con un flow violento, con un piquete.
Right now, I'd pick Titi Me Preguntó by
Cántala, pero cántala. Tienes que cantarla. Cántala. Porque ellos quieren escuchar. No te hacemos aquí.
No, estoy bien.
Hazle el ritmo, hazle el ritmo.
Déjame ponerse para que no creo que se la sepa.
Sí, y me preguntó si tengo mucha
Mucha
novia.
Me la voy a volar toda, un VIP.
Quick highlights from our first half here in Omaha, with the Owls taking a quick 3-0 lead in the opening 17 minutes. Our Courtyard by Marriott halftime show continuing with the second half moments away. And it only took a few moments for the first goal to occur in the very first minute. It was one nobody saw coming. Not even, I don't think, Kevin Piedrahita taking that long goal kick on this short field. Big bounce fooled Nicholas Holliday, the 16-year-old playing here for the first time, and found out how tricky this field can be to play on. A historic goal, the first goalie goal in League One history, we're told, in the 4 seasons of this league. Kevin Piedrahita, in his wildest dreams, could have imagined that perhaps, but I don't think thought it would actually happen. And then later, from another Piedrahita goal kick, given straight to Corey Herzog. Can't do that. Corey Herzog, the veteran striker, does what he does best. And it was 2-0. And then 11 minutes later, another long boot down the middle of the park. Noe Meza outrunning everybody. Again, the bounce fooling a defender, and Meza with a cool, collected chip over Holiday, who had a very tough opening 17 minutes, as did his teammates. All Omaha early on. NCFC would have some decent opportunities to get back into it over the rest of the first half, but never were quite able to find that goal. As Piedrahita made some quality saves. 10 shots for Omaha, 7 for NCFC. Possession in North Carolina's favor, but that does not bother Union Omaha one bit. They had the only yellow card of the first half. That went to Alex Touche. He'll be the only man playing on a yellow at the start of this second half. So North Carolina FC, see them huddling before the start of half number 2. See what they can find. Try to make something of this game in the second 45 minutes. And they hit the underside of the crossbar late in the first half. Garrett McLaughlin did from a nice square ball by Luis Arriaga. And then that double save by Piedrahita. He saved first from Jordan Skelton and then from Britton Fisher in quick succession. Keeping Omaha with that comfortable lead at the break. Always change quickly in soccer, though. Union Omaha, not the kind of side who have given leads away quickly over the past few years. Chris Ruska almost ready to get this match back underway. Here we go for the second half. Union Omaha trying to close out 3 more big points. Continue to close in on that top 2. North Carolina FC at least trying to salvage some pride. See if maybe miraculously they could do more than that. Ryan Jiba, more good footwork from him. Low cross in, intended for Luis Heel. And Doyle with the outside of the foot service into the box that bounces in harmlessly to Holiday. I'm Donnie Barnes, glad you're back with us here tonight. If you're an Omaha fan, it was a wildly entertaining opening 17 minutes. If you're a North Carolina fan, not so much. Here's Giovanni Willis. Ambitious as usual, and you can't blame him. A little too much slice that time. North Carolina with such a good academy, and they've produced a lot of great young talent over the past several years. Free kick coming for Omaha here as NCFC with a man down behind the play, further up the pitch. And I think we're going to have the first card of the match for North Carolina as well. It looked as though Chris Ruska was beckoning somebody over to show them a card. It's Britton Fisher, who apparently is receiving his last warning before a card would come out. You hear Jay Mims in the foreground asking, how does our center back get a booking way back in the first half, and theirs hasn't yet? That's his perspective anyhow. Again, it's one of the unique features of Werner Park that we can hear the benches and their interactions with the officials and each other much more than at other venues. It's Jaden Servania, who was down for a little bit in the first half as well. Joe Brito standing over this free kick for Omaha. Those black shirts lining up at the top of the 18-yard box. Brito's service over the head of Touche, awkwardly but eventually dealt with by the defense. Doyle had time to take it down. Knutson took the safe route. Back to Piedrahita. What a first half for Kevin Piedrahita. Now Brito takes it down and advances straight up the middle. Still Joe Brito, and he's clipped down. Another free kick. Now surely the first booking of the night for North Carolina, and pushing and shoving afterward as well. Luis Heel right in the middle of it for Omaha. Eddie Gordon trying to play peacemaker. The Owls were not happy about that foul on their teammate. Oh, and a red card's coming out. Nelson Flores Blanco is sent off. It is a Hale Varsity Club red card, and the linesperson must have communicated with the center referee and spotted something that Nelson Flores Blanco did that the referee initially didn't. Let's see if we can see it here. The initial foul, it's for booting the ball into Brito right after the foul, apparently. And then did he do something else during the ensuing scrum? See, that was what Omaha were so upset about, kicking it right into Brito's back. And that's why the Owls came and surrounded Nelson Flores Blanco. That's why Luis Heel was so incensed. Well, a tough night goes from bad to worse for North Carolina FC. Nelson Flores Blanco sent off 49 minutes in. Now North Carolina down by 3, are down to 10 as well. And a chance for either Noe Meza or Ryan Jiba or Chivani Willis to really rub it in from this free kick. Jiba steps over it, and Meza strikes into the wall, which did its job and held its ground. Jiba go off of a defender who has stayed down again. That's Raheem Summersall. If North Carolina had designs on getting back into this game, which I'm sure they did, of course, losing a man so early in the second half, another massive blow. Omaha undid them with 3 long kicks straight down the middle of the park in the first 17 minutes. able to advance it pretty well on that one also, but then Giovanni Willis ran out of room on the near side. Omaha pressing high, and Willis had a cue off him for a throw, but Jay Mims liked that effort. It's very difficult, of course, to play that super high, intense press for a full 90 minutes. The Owls tend to pick their spots on when they'll press hard in that back third and when they won't. North Carolina have had a very difficult time with it tonight. Gordon guilty of the foul that time, and he's shown a yellow card. So Gordon and Touche both booked for Omaha now. See the replay of that foul. Tough to see it there. I was checking the box score to see if another card had been shown to NCFC. As this ball swung in, out comes Piedrahita. Read that really well. Piedrahita, a fan favorite here, even though he doesn't play very much. He's an special favorite so far tonight. I don't see a yellow card that was officially shown to NCFC for that initial foul on Joe Brito a few minutes ago that resulted in the red card eventually. Now, I thought the initial foul, which was not committed by Nelson Flores Blanco, I thought the initial foul might garner a yellow card and that would be it, but there was no card shown for the foul itself. It was the follow-up by Flores Blanco and kicking the ball into Brito that drew the only card and the most severe card possible during that moment. Now Omaha picking up another loose ball and charging at that NCFC defense. It's Joe Brito in. Joe Brito clipping it across the face. And it's backheeled over the top and out. Luis Heel in the vicinity. It was off a defender last. It will be a Modelo corner for Omaha. North Carolina making a substitution as Nicolas Molina is coming on for Jaden Servania. John Bradford reshuffling things a little after the red card. Been a difficult night for Servania. He's had a couple of moments of injury as well, which we hope are nothing at all serious, and he'll be ready to go for Wednesday's game at Madison. So here is the Modelo corner kick for Omaha. Meza was showing short, now he backs out. Brito delivers. Flicked away toward Giovanni Willis. Wants to have a hit. Does have a hit. Hasn't found that spectacular moment so far tonight, Giovanni. Doesn't happen every time. Another yellow card's going to be shown. That is Gustavo Fernandez, who's just gone into the book. Sure if that was for something he said to the official off camera or what that was for. There's another Hale Varsity Club yellow card. Again, though, I mentioned it briefly in the first half, just having the threat of Giovanni Willis hitting balls from distance like that, even when they go completely wide or way over the bar, it still opens up other options for Omaha potentially, because it forces defenders, either the central defenders have to step out to respect that shot and try to close it down and close him down. There's a nice ball by Meza. Luis Heel, a little bit behind Herzog. Has to go back to retrieve it and leaves it for Jiba. Herzog into the box. Meza takes it down. Noe Meza looking for his second, and it's cleared off the line as it took a wild double deflection. And the defender was on hand to scoop it away. Noe Meza with 3 goals in his last 3 games. Almost a fourth there. Right back come the Owls, though, looking to pour things on. Luis Heel spins off a defender and bounces across the touchline for a throw. See that moment ago, what vision by Herzog to feed in Meza. Holiday made the initial save, then it deflected off Skelton and was cleared off the line. That would have been an own goal had it gone in the net. Instead, it's a Modello corner kick for Omaha. Talked about it the last couple weeks. Omaha have been working on their set pieces in training a lot over the past month. Brito takes this set piece short. Herzog. Now Doyle with space to shoot. Clips it back post instead. Flicked up and out by Gustavo Fernandez. Jay Mims has said he'd like Connor Doyle to shoot more. A defense first, pass first kind of player, Connor Doyle. Jay Mims feels there are more goals in him potentially. Not his primary job. Here's Ryan Jiba getting to the end line. He's crossed to the back post. Brito was there. Headed up and out. Another corner coming for the Owls. North Carolina, I think, thought that ball had gone out along the far side. They'll have to defend another Omaha set piece. Another Modello corner kick for the home side. Shown a couple of looks already from these corner kicks tonight. Brito takes a conventional one this time. Back post, headed right on, and headed in. It's a second of the night for Noe Meza. It's a fourth for Omaha. He can't stop scoring. They can't stop scoring tonight. That surely puts it away for the Owls. They're headed for 3 more huge points here at home. They do score from a set piece. Headed on initially by Alex Touche, who will get the assist there, and Meza, yet again, right place, right time. He can score from everywhere. He can score in every way. We've talked about it before, and that's another example. Scored with that delicious chip back in the first half, remember, from outside the box. That time, wiggling his way right onto the goal line to plant home a header from about 1.5 yards. It's the kind of goal that looks easy. And for folks that don't watch much soccer, which is fine, we welcome you if that's you. But that looks so simple, but it's getting yourself in that position, finding yourself, putting yourself in that right position, anticipating that that ball might fall for you in that position. That's the difficult part, and that's what Meza is so good at. NCFC trying to get something back here with 10 men, but that attack breaks down. Union Omaha are about to make a number of changes. Now that that 4th goal has gone in, Jay Mims. Head coaches rarely feel safe or secure in a game, but 4-0 up and a man up with about a half hour to go. He feels secure enough to make some changes and try to rest some players for the rest of this game. Eddie Gordon invited to advance further and does. And then left it short for Heel. Clipped back by Doyle. Giovanni Willis. It's a neat ball from Doyle. Gordon again. One-way traffic for the Owls. Brito nicely into the path of Eddie Gordon, who then gave it away, but it's taken right back. Brito, nice turn by Herzog. Stabs it out to Gordon, who was onside apparently. And then Doyle thought he had a man at the proper angle there, did not. Is there space for a counterattack here for NCFC? Shaq Adams brings it under command eventually, but Omaha hustling back into position by then. See those substitutes at the bottom of your screen ready to come on for Omaha. Not been able to make those changes yet. Ball has not gone out of play in a while. Clipped into the box. That's a great ball. Taken down by McLaughlin, who's onside. Took him a while to get it under control. By that time, Touche had tracked back. One of those moments for North Carolina. They have had a few of them tonight with a slightly different bounce. Might have been able to pull one back. And they've only failed to score once this year, and that was last week. They'll have a throw in, and now Omaha will finally be able to make those subs if they want to, and they will. Gabe Claudio is going to come in for Alex Touche. Amir Ali Hadzik will enter for Chivani Willis. And Yoskar Galvan will make his first appearance since July 22nd. North Carolina are going to make some changes as well. Nicolas Rincon will replace Luis Arriaga. Max Flick is going to come on for Christian Liu Young. Oscar Galvan replacing Luis Heel for Union Omaha. So a bevy of changes. If you like substitutions in a soccer match, this is your moment. 5 of them all at once. Galvan, Ali Hadzik, and Claudio all on for Omaha. Flick and Rincon on for North Carolina. Elsewhere, Chattanooga have scored late to take a 2-1 lead over Tormenta. They're in the 89th minute. That'd be a big win at home for Chattanooga. They can hang on for a few more minutes. Chattanooga playing really well lately. So you see Max Flick trot on to take this throw. Throw into the box, dealt with by the Omaha defense. Britton Fisher clipping it back to the edge of the area. Taken down. And back post over the head of the attacker and out. Well, if you can't watch the match, turn on Sirius XM FC 157, North America's only 24/7 source for engaging soccer talk, including USL All Access, Tuesday nights at 7 Eastern. Plus, hear live matches from the USL, MLS, English Premier League, and more, all on Sirius XM FC 157 and the SXM app. Meza, who is on a hat trick now, if he could score another. You know he wants to. He might have an opportunity here. Clean through is Joe Brito. Joe Brito beaten away by Nicholas Holiday. Showing his precocious 16-year-old talent there. And Joe Brito denied. They were in so quickly there, the Owls. Their best attacking night of the year. First time they've scored 4 this year. And they are hungry for more. Results in a Modelo corner kick for them with 25 minutes to go. Feels like a long 25 minutes left for North Carolina. We're at the top of the box. That was read and intercepted. Nicolas Rincon dispossessed but fouled in the process. Rincon just 16 years old, so another very young talent that has come through this North Carolina FC Academy. A native of Colombia. Rincon joined them from the Players Development Academy in Somerset, New Jersey. And a chance for him to play a good amount of minutes here in this second half with his side in a deep hole and the result mostly beyond doubt. But still important minutes for a player like him. Gordon for Omaha. And Doyle. Herzog. Brito. Trying to slip through Galvan. Some good hard work by Nicolas Molina. All the way through to Piedrahita. NCFC have two Nicolas is playing side by side in the midfield now. Nicolas Rincon and Nicolas Molina. See the red card in the 49th minute to Nelson Flores Blanco. That has made it very difficult indeed for North Carolina. Omaha able to practice their attacking even more in this second half, but some attacking now for NCFC. Out wide it goes, into the box, McLaughlin on it, McLaughlin side netting. So Garrett McLaughlin's hunt for a goal from open play continues. Again, 9 goals on the year. Excellent player, excellent striker. He scored from a penalty kick a couple weeks ago. That was against forward Madison. That was his first goal since late June. But from open play, just hasn't been happening for him recently. Crashed one off the underside of the crossbar late in the first half. A couple other half chances. Has not been his night, has not been any of his teammates' nights, really. Oh, and then that's given away, and Galvan might be in. He was taken down, foul, free kick. That's Fisher, who got himself in trouble, and will go into the book as a result. And Britton Fisher, I think, was shown 2 yellows in a row. And now he's shown the red as a result, and North Carolina are down to 9. He must have been shown a yellow for the initial foul, and then maybe he said something afterward that earned the second. Britton Fisher sent off in the 69th minute after Flores Blanco was sent off in the 49th. And now it's 11 against 9. And each time you think this night can't get any worse for North Carolina, it does. Let's look at the replay and let's see if we can detect where the 2 yellow cards occurred. The first one's pretty obvious. He gives it away and then just hauls Galvan down as Galvan was in on goal. And then he kicks the ball away. That must have been the second. The referee could, in theory, have shown a straight red for denying a clear goal-scoring opportunity if he thought Galvan was in entirely there, but NCFC did have a defender to the left who might have been able to intercept him, so I think that's why he didn't do that. Now, the free kick from the edge of the box, back for Meza, who hits the top of the bar. That close to a hat trick for Noe Meza. He'll have to wait for now. Really well-worked free kick routine. Noe Meza so close to his first professional hat trick. He now has 10 goals in all competitions and 8 in league play this year. A free kick for North Carolina. Herzog whistled for that. Substitution for NCFC. Nelson Martinez is going to come on. They try to shore things up as best they can with 9 men for the last 20 minutes of this game. They replace Luis Arriaga. See the substitution for North Carolina with Martinez in and Arriaga out. Omaha are about to make a double substitution of their own. You see Ricky Rivera and Alex Bruce ready to check in, and they have to be salivating. Those are 2 strikers. And Two strikers who haven't gotten to play a ton this year. Bruce has been playing more lately. Rivera finally got 20 minutes or so on Wednesday. They are both starving for goals, and they get to attack a team that's down to 9. These are the kind of scenarios you dream about as a striker. If you're going to come off the bench, this is exactly when you want to do it. Your team already 4-0 up and playing against 9 men. Herzog and Meza go off, so Noe Meza will not have an opportunity to complete his hat trick. But you can certainly understand Jay Mims wanting to save him from anything further tonight with this game well in hand. And Corey Herzog, who scored the second goal of the match, that even though it was only in the 6th minute, sure felt like at the time it put the game away to some extent. And it has only gotten either much better if you're an Omaha fan or much worse if you support North Carolina since then. Jay Mims has been talking about it for a while, how much they need to create more chances and score more goals. They got a kind bounce for that first one in the very first minute. They were gifted an opportunity for the second on that bad giveaway, but still, the ability to put it away as efficiently as Corey Herzog did for that second goal, something Omaha have been lacking. Jay Mims has said it, what Herzog provides, they just hadn't had a player like that this year. He's hoping that rubs off on the rest of the team. Goal scoring certainly has so far tonight. Noe Meza adding 2 more since those opening 2. Chance for Omaha to continue to better that goal differential as well, which in League One is not the primary tiebreaker the way it is in many leagues around the world. Primary tiebreaker is total wins, of which Omaha certainly appear to be headed for their 8th of the year. But goal differential is the second tiebreaker, and it can never hurt to make it as good as possible. Joe Brito chipping it back post and just over the head of Bruce. Just on and nearly. A great opportunity on the doorstep there. It's gone final in Chattanooga. The Red Wolves hang on for a big win over Tormenta, 2-1. They take 3 more points. They extend their unbeaten run to 7. Omaha are going to be unbeaten in their last 11 after tonight. For a while, we weren't really talking about that unbeaten run too much because most of that unbeaten run were draws. This is going to be back-to-back wins for Omaha now. Starting to make a serious dent in that table. Brito to Gordon. Galvan wanted the ball down the line. Gordon felt he didn't have the angle to deliver it. Ali Hadzik now. Claudio returned it to Brito. Hadzik turning, nearly gave it away. Tough for Nelson Martinez, hoping to attack, but with only 9 men, difficult to get enough bodies forward. As things currently stand, Union Omaha's goal differential is at +10. Richmond Kickers at +12 entering tonight. They played a couple more games. Chattanooga are at +11 now after their win tonight. Not a huge deal at the moment, but could be when everybody's played all 30 games of this regular season. We'll see. It's headed backward and out into touch. An Omaha throw. 15 minutes plus stoppage time left.
Nico, help us. Nico, help us. Try to keep it here.
These are such tough minutes for defenders. You're in one of those white shirts with the navy blue shorts. This game is far gone result-wise. Just have to try to dig in and keep it from getting worse if possible. Not fun. Reveal a lot of character, though, these moments. Ali Hadzik with a shot that deflects off 2 players and then results in Galvan being offside. Any blowout in any sport Coaches will talk about how you learn a lot about your players when you're the one on the wrong side of that score line. Who keeps going, who keeps playing, who continues to do those little things and show that little extra effort. A moment where you know it's not going to make any material difference in the final score line. And it's probably not going to help your own stats that much either. Here's a good run down the left by Max Flick, just on a few minutes ago. But again, not too many bodies able to get forward for NCFC, and good defending by Connor Doyle to shield that out for a goal kick. Northern Colorado and forward Madison just getting underway in the Rocky Mountain State. That's a really crucial match for both of those teams. Northern Colorado really needs 3 points now after that disappointing midweek defeat to Tucson at home. They are on the outside looking into that playoff top 6 right now. They need points. Forward Madison, they've been playing well lately, but they suddenly haven't won in their last 5 games. 4 draws and a loss. They've not been terrible in that stretch, but they've dropped a lot of points. Here's Galvan tripped up and fouled by Nicholas Molina. So that Northern Colorado-Madison matchup, very important to both of those sides as they each hunt for a playoff spot this season. Madison so desperate to get back in the postseason after missing the last 2 years. Now Omaha back to the attack. Rivera, the overlap. Bruce didn't quite fall to him. Doyle resets. Gordon. Galvan. Jiba. Ricky Rivera stabs it wide. Ali Hodzik delivers. Booted clear by Skelton. Galvan, neat touch. Get himself back on the front foot, literally. Now Gordon. Black shirts queuing up in the box. Gordon and Doyle play catch. Galvan. You know he'd love to score his first professional goal, trying to lift it over the top for a teammate instead. Looking to pick out Bruce. Holiday out to claim. Alex Bruce scored that dramatic late winner against FC Tucson a few weeks ago. That was in stoppage time. And that was a much-needed 3 points for Omaha just when it looked like they were going to have to settle for another draw. Starting to feel more at home here at Werner Park. And of course, they didn't spend much time in the first half of the season. Played so many road matches early on. This is offside, and Omaha will have a free kick. Jay Mims has admitted that his team was not comfortable themselves playing in these narrow and tight conditions on this odd pitch. It effectively worked against them in their first handful of home matches this year, but the opportunity to play 3 here in a week, they're looking much more comfortable on this surface now. It is a place that has become one of the toughest for visitors to get a result in League One over the past few years. Rincon, bundled off the ball by Gordon, goes back at Gordon, went through the back of him and commits the foul. Well, Rincon wanting to show he was not going to be bullied. With 10 minutes to go, Omaha will have a set piece. See Gordon just shoulder him off the ball at first, and then Rincon wanting to send a message. I may be 16, I may be smaller than you, but not going to be intimidated. Ryan Jiba. Galvan, nice ball. Rivera was almost in. Poor first touch. And then trying to square it to Bruce. That's really well done by Nicholas Molina to Nicholas Rincon. Have to say, since going down to 9 men, NCFC's defending has actually improved. they've committed to sitting back, and they've had to almost exclusively defend since then. They had worked in training so much this week on defending in these narrow conditions. Just didn't work at all in the first half. Here's Alex Bruce. Bruce looking to square it for Rivera. Comes all the way across. Stabbed partially out. Stepping up is Knutson. He really thought about having a hit from there. Wanted to. The crowd was hollering for him to do it. I think he wasn't on his favorite foot. Ali Hodzik. Spotting Galvan. Ali Hodzik invited to shoot, trying to slide in Rivera instead. Rivera came really close to scoring in his cameo on Wednesday. Nicholas Holiday slicing it out into touch. NCFC hoping that clock will run out. Has to feel like it's moving extremely slowly from their standpoint. Eddie Gordon again. That's a great touch around one defender. Pulls it back for Brito. Brito serves back post. Rivera leaning for it. And committed the foul. Skelton, the man down at the end of it. John Bradford had spoken this week about how much the focus was on defending coming into this match. How they knew these odd dimensions were going to pose a different challenge for their young team. And like most teams do before they come here to Omaha, they took the time before training to mark out the new dimensions, the Werner Park dimensions, on their home training pitch back in North Carolina. Tape off 4 yards on the sides and at either end. More like 6 yards at the goal ends. That's how much shorter this pitch is than most. So they worked on it. They tried to get their players familiar with it. But it just did not click at all in that first half or early in this second half. The 2 red cards haven't helped. Situation Omaha don't find themselves in very often, having this much of the ball. Not a team that normally wants to have this much possession. Happy to sit back and counter when opponents lose the ball, or to press teams up high to try to win the ball back in dangerous situations. They don't need to possess the ball for a long time to score. They're happy to have the possession training here tonight in the live game situation. Overlapping run, utilizing Jeba's speed. Jeba's cross. Past everyone. Alex Bruce applying pressure. Given straight to Eddie Gordon, who juked one way and then the other. Galvan, space to come forward. Yoskar, a little bit too much on it for Ali Hodzik. Piedrahita in the first, Herzog in the 6th, Mesa in the 17th. They have now credited, at least in the official box score that I'm seeing, they've credited that 4th goal to Alex Touche there. No, it is Mesa's goal. Now, I thought Alex Touche should have the assist and Mesa the goal. Yeah, that is correct now. So Mesa in the 17th to make it 3-0, then in the 58th to make it 4. North Carolina trying to attack with 9. So difficult to do, and that bobbled up off Rincon's arm, and that's a handball. 5 minutes to go. Ricky Rivera, and Doyle was wiped out behind the play. Another free kick for the men in black. Martinez apologizes. Let them shoot is the Omaha fans' chant. North Carolina are not obligated to do that at all, of course. Ali Hadzik. Burrito's cross, back post over Bruce's head. Can it be saved? No. Ryan Jiba almost got to it. So Chattanooga have won tonight. That, for the moment, puts them up to 4th. They're going to be 5 points behind Omaha at the end of this one. Tormenta now with a couple losses on the bounce. They are very much on the playoff bubble. After they had gone through a mid-season surge, had them in the top 3 at one point. Over the top, just too far for Bruce, and he was offside anyhow, as you see the linesman's flag go up. Richmond Kickers will be kicking off in about 45 minutes out west at Fuego FC, another team on that playoff bubble. Another free kick for Omaha. North Carolina bench disagrees. Molina penalized. It's not a foul, you hear them saying. The start of the night, though, Tormenta, Forward Madison, Fuego, and Northern Colorado all separated by just 1 point. 4 teams bunched up, 6th through 9th place. Only the top 6 make the postseason. Under a third of the season to go. Jiba left that short for Galvan. Counterattack possible for North Carolina, still difficult. Piedrahita came out of his own box, put it off his own man. The bounce was kind, and it's just out for a throw. NCFC hoping for a late consolation with 9 men. Max Flick. Rincon. Would love to find space for a shot. Summersall swings it in. And flicked goalward, and Piedrahita, I think that was headed wide, but acrobatic from him nonetheless. The fan favorite draws more applause after an applause-filled first half. Like Kevin Piedrahita will never forget, and he wants to make sure it ends with a clean sheet as well. Goalkeepers almost never score. Score a goal and keep a 0 at your own end. Quite an evening indeed. Being told there will be just 2 additional minutes of stoppage time at the end of the 90. Carolina will be grateful for that. Jiba. Cross all the way to Burrito. Was able to hook it down and keep it in play. Cleverly backheeled it off the North Carolina defender. That was Max Flick. Goes out for a throw. Bruce. Hadzik. Galvan. Jiba. Turning is Rivera, trying to stab it through to Ali Hadzik. 90 minutes on the clock, 2 more to go. Nicholas Holiday would like to run out as many of those seconds as possible before he takes this kick. Bradford has talked about learning moments a lot over the last couple months as his team has gone through a difficult period. What nice footwork that is. Nicholas Rincon in here on the end line. Rincon stabbing it into the middle, and it's bundled home. What a goal for NCFC with 9 men. That's really well done by them. It was all created by Nicholas Rincon, the young 16-year-old, and Garrett McLaughlin, the one who tucked it away. He does have his 10th goal of the year. He does have his first goal from open play since late June. But that was all about Nicolas Molina showing his potential and skill on the ball. And there will be no clean sheet for Omaha tonight. Look at this. That is so good. That was just the tail end of that run as well. And you can see why he is well regarded. That'll feel good for Garrett McLaughlin as well. A sliver of silver lining to take from the night for North Carolina. And Galvan, oh, he gave it away and then committed a bad foul afterward, and he is booked. Bit of a sloppy ending for Omaha tonight. Won't matter in terms of the final result and the destination of the points. It will slightly annoy Jay Mims. Of course, anytime as a team you lose a clean sheet in stoppage time, that's extremely annoying, even if it doesn't affect the outcome. And that man staying down for North Carolina to receive some treatment. Well, credit NCFC for keeping going until the end here in very difficult and adverse circumstances. It's been a miserable night for them. They do get their reward for that persistence, that late consolation goal. That is McLaughlin, who was caught by Galvan. Well, Omaha Parliament, undaunted by that goal, they'll go home happy tonight as their team will continue to climb the table. One final free kick in this match. As McLaughlin hobbles over to that near touch line, limping pretty heavily. North Carolina certainly hope he'll be okay for Wednesday's game. It's 3 matches in this week for NCFC. They need everybody on board. Free kick taken by Gustavo Fernandez towards the edge of the box, flicked along. Back toward that end line. The cross, Piedrahita has to beat it away at that near post. Turned into a shot. So it turns into another save for Kevin Piedrahita. We play on at Chris Ruska's discretion, and there is the final whistle. And despite the late conceded goal, Union Omaha pick up 3 more big points. They extend their unbeaten run to 11. It's back-to-back wins and a 7-point out of 9 week here at home for Jay Mims' side. And their surge rolls on at Werner Park. Kevin Piedrahita, quite a night despite losing the clean sheet. You see what it means to him. He does the Lambeau leap there into the Parliament. Doesn't get to play much, made the most of it tonight. We'll see our Shady Rays play of the match in just a moment, and we'll give you exactly one guess on what it will be. It is that opening minute goal right from the opening kickoff. It came through to Piedrahita, gesturing players forward, looking to pick somebody out. And then big bounce, and Nicholas Holiday knew he was in trouble immediately, and it was too late by then. You can see the delight of everybody in black for their beloved backup goalkeeper, Kevin Piedrahita, who again could be a starter at most clubs at this level. And a memorable evening for him and for his teammates. They're victorious by a final of 4-1. We'll wrap things up with your highlights and a few final thoughts after this.
My name is Peter Marlette. I'm the general manager of Union Omaha, and I'm a Bellevue University student. Getting this master's degree is important to me because there's always more to learn. There's always ways to improve yourself no matter what position you're in, and being able to focus on international business management specifically as opposed to sports in general or soccer in general is just going to make me a much more complete manager, leader, and employee of Union Omaha. I think Bellevue University and Union Omaha are such great partners because we both share the same goals of educating the community and improving the Omaha metro area and global community for that matter. We also fit so well together because so many of our players traditionally have to choose between pursuing a professional soccer career or pursuing their education. And because of this partnership, we no longer have to do that. Bellevue University is allowing our players to be full-time professional soccer players and still be students and still further their education and develop as people off the soccer field. So I think it makes perfect sense for us to work together.
We are back at Werner Park on Wednesday, August 31st for STEM Night, presented by Olson. You won't want to miss the STEM Night activities, including a limited amount of STEM kits, VR goggles, robots, and more. Stick around for the first ever Unified Series home match at Werner Park as our unified team with Special Olympics Nebraska takes on the Special Olympics Wisconsin team following the Union Omaha match. A lap of honor for the Union Omaha players, thanking the fans after this resounding 4-1 victory here at Werner Park over North Carolina FC tonight. We'll see our final highlights from this match here tonight. Our full-time highlights are presented by Cool Greens. Again, it started almost immediately from kickoff tonight. An initial kickoff came just about straight through to Kevin Piedrahita. He took the ensuing kick. You've already seen it multiple times. You'll see it 20 more times over the coming weeks. Beware goalkeeper goal. Usually you only see those late in the match when a goalkeeper's come up from a corner kick when his team's down a goal and is desperately chasing an equalizer. You never see it from a direct kick from the other end of the pitch like that. And then, for a moment, you might think this is just another replay of the goal. It's not. It resulted in a bad giveaway and fell right to Corey Herzog, and the veteran striker knew exactly what to do with that gift. And he did it precisely. And then in the 17th minute, another long kick forward, this time from Ryan Jiba, again bamboozled the NCFC defense. And Noe Meza, what a skilled finish that is. Spotted Nicholas Holiday off his line, and Holiday has to be off his line somewhat there. It's not like he can just stand in his goal mouth. Nothing he could do there. That's just a quality finish after another mix-up along the back line. Noe Meza feeling good, as were his teammates. Then in the 58th minute, Meza would help himself to a second. Alex Touche got the initial head to it, put it on a plate for Meza, who finished from about 2 feet out. But again, it's getting yourself in that right spot in the first place that's so difficult, and Noe Meza makes it look so easy. There was the late consolation for North Carolina. It will annoy Omaha and Jay Mims. It was great work by Nicholas Molina getting himself down that right side and laying it on for Garrett McLaughlin to score. Excuse me, Nicholas Rincon it was. The other Nicholas in this match. And Rincon wriggling along that end line. Great speed and skill and elusiveness, and McLaughlin doing what he does from close range to apply a little bit of gloss to the final scoreline from NCFC's perspective. They were outshot 19-12 in this match. Shots on target just 7-4 in Omaha's favor. Omaha, for a rare match, dominated possession, had nearly 60% of it. That was because of the 2 red cards in the second half for NCFC, as they ended the night with 9 men and battled admirably with the 9, you have to say. Credit to the visitors for continuing to play and do their best in tough situations, but it simply was not their night. A young team learning some hard lessons this evening, a team that is also young but growing increasingly as this year goes on. The defending champions making another statement that they're not going to give up that crown easily. For our entire production crew, I'm Donnie Barnes. Hope you've enjoyed this one tonight from Werner Park, where it finished Union Omaha 4, North Carolina FC 1.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League League One cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the expressed written consent of the United Soccer League League One.